This is the spreadsheet version of Perpetual FIFO. We start with a beginning inventory. This is a debit in our T account. Our beginning inventory has 800 units, $3.20 per unit. That gives us an ending inventory value of $25,560. The next thing that happens is we have a sale. That's a credit on the T account. And in this sale, we're selling 600 units. We can pull those 600 units from the 800 units that existed in beginning inventory. So this first line is very simple. We have 600 units. We only have our beginning inventory, which was $3.20. So that will be the value for this sale. $3.20 times 600 is $19.20. Our ending inventory is now 600 units. Ending inventory now is 200 units, and our ending inventory cost is $6.40. Our cost of goods sold is, of course, $19.20. We can also see what's happening over here on this adjustment line. This adjustment line tells us that we're working on a sales order for this ID. This is the sales order item valuation log ID. And it's going to pull data against the purchase order item valuation log ID. In this case, this is the beginning inventory, and here's the IDs that match. We still have an ending inventory count. There's still items in here that we can use, and so we haven't zeroed out anything. The next thing that we do after that sale is we have a purchase, and we're going to bring in 2,200 items. That's going to raise our ending inventory count. We had 200 items for an ending inventory. We just brought in 2,200 items, and there is the value of the ending inventory that we have. After that is a sale, another credit on the T account, and we're going to sell 1,600 units. Now we could pull those 1,600 units out of the recent purchase we had, but remember that this is the FIFO method, and so we're doing a first in, first out, and what we need to do is go back all the way to the very first line that has a quantity from which we can pull. In this case, that's going to be still from our beginning inventory. We'll come down here to the adjustment and see how that works line by line. On the adjustment, we're working on this sales order, which is this line right here. That's our most recent sale, and we're working on that sales order for both of these lines. In this top line, we're looking at a purchase order from this line here, the beginning inventory. It had, up here, it had 200 units. We're going to take all of those units. We need all of those to help fulfill the 1,600. So we'll put that there. That's going to zero out our ending inventory count. Whatever we had as a beginning inventory, it doesn't exist anymore. Not at that price. So we have zeroed that out. We put a flag there, a date flag. Now we still have 1,400 units to fulfill, and so we do that at the next available purchase. That happens to be here. Let's look at it up here. This is our 2,200 that we brought in. So we'll take 1,400 out of this line. And when we do that, 1,400 out of this line, that leaves us with 800. We have an ending inventory count of 800, ending inventory value of 2,480. This transaction, this sales transaction, when we're trying to figure out the cost, cost valuation, is going to be a combination of these two lines. So that sale of 1,600 has a cost of goods sold of 4,980. That's the combination of these two numbers, 4,980. The next thing we do is a purchase, debit on our T account. We bring in 1,200 units. After the purchase, we have a sale of 1,000 units. And remember, we need to go back up to our first in, first out. So we're looking for the first available line that has inventory from which we can pull. That's going to be, I believe that's going to be this one here, 34. We do our adjustment, and here it is. We're working on our sales order item valuation log ID. This tells us we're working on that line. These two adjustments are working on this line. For the first one, we're going to pull, remember this had 800, that's right here. We're going to pull all of those 800 on 34. We'll mark it down here. That's going to zero out that line. We no longer have any inventory at that cost from that purchase. So we'll put a date flag in there. That still leaves us with 200. We need to fulfill 200 more units. So we'll do that from this line, 36, from that purchase here. Remember up here it was 1200. We've taken 200 out, and that's going to leave us with 1000. Here's our ending inventory. Here is, well, here we have 1000. This is our sold inventory, and the cost of goods sold for that inventory is a combination of these two numbers, which is 3,140. The next thing we do is we have another sale. We sold 400 units, and we take that here. We can see this is on this sales order, the sales order item valuation log ID. And we're going to pull from this line here. Let's look at it up here, 36. So we've sold 400. We have 1000 in that line, and we sold 400. So there's plenty, and we only need to pull from that one line. So this one is easy. We just have the one line. It's going to be the same cost per unit, which is $3.30 at $13.20, and that's what we have. 400 units. Our cost of goods sold is $13.20. It leaves us an ending inventory of 600 units, and the value of the ending inventory that we're sitting on, the stock we're sitting on, is 1,980. Next thing we do is we bring in another 1,800 units. That's a debit on the T account. Then we'll sell 1,400 units. Again, first in, first out. We're going to go all the way up and find all of our debits and find out where we have quantities from which we can pull. We can't pull from beginning inventory. We can't pull from that purchase, but we can pull from this purchase. We still have 600 units there. So let's go down, and that's exactly what happens here. Here's our line here. So we had 600 units. We're going to zero that out, and we'll put a date flag in there. We still need to fulfill another 800 units, so we'll do that from this purchase order, and that is 39 here. So up here we had, here's that same line, we had 1,800. We're going to take out 800, and that's going to leave us with 1,000. Here's our ending inventory. Our ending inventory value in dollars. This is on our sale for 1,400. This is the cost of goods sold for that sale, 4,700. The next thing that happens is we purchase another 500 units at $3.50. We will sell 200 more units. 200 units will go up, and we'll take a look at what's available. Do that over here as well. We can see these are no longer available. So the first available will be this 39 at 1,000. We should be able to pull all of 200 out of that 1,000. That is in fact what we did. We pull 1,000. 39 is here, so that should leave us 800. That's another simple one. Since it's only the one line, $3.40. There's our 200. $3.40 times 200 is $6.80. This gives us our ending inventory. That's the value of our ending inventory. And then there's a small table here. So our cost of goods sold, all the items that we have sold, we sold 5,200 units. Our cost of goods sold is $16,740. What remains in our warehouse somewhere is 1,300 units, and the value of the remaining inventory that we have is $4,470.